G'day, Ryan that bee guy here. So today we're in the eastern suburbs of Brisbane and we've got bees in the wall of a shopping centre, and these bees I've been told have been here for about 5 years, and finally someone's taken action to get them gone. There's no way to get in from the inside, so we're going to cut open the bricks. So we're fairly high up, I don't know, about 5 or 6 meters. We've got a scaffold set up, got all the equipment up here, and we're going to start cutting into the bricks. So far the bees have been pretty friendly. I've got the smoker going already. Gonna smoke the bees first and then start cutting through all the mortar joints and then knock the bricks out and see how we go. Alright, we'll get into it.
A few moments later.
Well, that made a mess. So we've done a bunch of cuts from almost at the top right down to there. The bees are going crazy. It's been a lot of dust, but they're friendly. Just been puffing a little bit of smoke in there, and they've been very friendly. So now we're going to drill along these and break that joint there, and then we can start pulling out bricks. See how big this thing is. So we're ready to start pulling bricks out. So the reason I've gone to so much effort in cutting all the mortar joints or drilling is to make the bricklayer's life easy. Also, these bricks are really old, so it'll be very difficult to match them. So they need to all go back together. So if I put in a bit of effort now, it'll make the bricklayer's life much easier. So we're ready to start pulling bricks out, so let's get into it. Alright, what a mission. So you can see the hive starts there and goes out to there, and it might go down a little bit further, but I'm hoping that we can just reach down and pull the comb up. But yeah, what a mission. That was very difficult. Those bricks were stuck in there really well. So we've got a big pile of bricks there. A few broken ones, unfortunately. But so far the bees were not happy. 7 stings. They didn't seem to fuss too much with the grinding and the drilling, but as soon as I was banging on the bricks with a hammer and block of wood, they did not like that at all. Yeah, so had to use a fair bit of smoke, and yeah, they were not happy. But they should calm down a bit now. So I'm gonna go get a drink, and then we'll get into vacuuming and start cutting out all the honey first and see how we go. Getting through it, we've got the honey off either side and a bit of kind of rubbishy comb, and the reason we do that is so we can isolate the bees to the center. So if they start to run either side for shelter as we're working our way through, we'll see them and we can vacuum them up. So this is what it looks like. We're in full sun here and it's hot. It is stinking hot. It's summer here in Brisbane, and a little bit of a breeze, which is nice, but man, it's hot in the sun. I'm sweating. But at least it's nice to work outside. So we'll just carry on cutting and vacuuming and cutting and vacuuming. and hopefully we can get it all done today. Alright, we are getting through it. We managed to get all the brood that was down there. It did go down probably 2 or 3 more bricks, but luckily we could fish it out. We've got 2 boxes on the BVAC. I did put a couple of frames of brood in the top box, just in case we didn't finish in one day. So that'll attract the bees into the BVAC to look after their brood. But yeah, so unfortunately we're gonna run out of daylight, so we're gonna have to come back tomorrow. But that's alright. Still a fair few bees to go. Still a fair bit of honey. We got 1 bucket of honey. So far day 1, 15 stings. At the start they were pretty aggressive. They calmed right down. But even the bees that I accidentally squashed, man, their venom, it was so painful. I don't know what these girls have been eating, but wow, their stings were horribly painful. So hopefully tomorrow they're nice and calm and we don't add to the sting count. But that's day 1. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so day 2, and we're back to finish off this hive removal, and all is good. I wasn't sure about how many bees would leave the bee vacuum, how many would stay in there, but so we've got a fair chunk that have flown out and come back onto the wall, which is completely fine. And we've got a bunch in here, which is perfect. I'd say we've got heaps in here. So we've got 2 frames of brood in here. I put a bunch of honey and gave them a bit of drink of water. So today we're just going to carry on vacuuming up the bees, take all this honey out, and then vacuum up all the stragglers, make sure we get all the bees out of the wall. So we'll be vacuuming for a fair while. But today will be an easy day. Did the bulk of it yesterday, so we'll get into it. Nearly there. Not many bees left. 1 last bit of honey to go. We've vacuumed up so many bees. This thing was huge. No stings so far. They're very friendly today. Alright, we are done. That was nice and easy. No stings. It was nice and easy. So we got it all out. You can see how big the hive was from the stain on the concrete. And right down there, it was huge. But once we got it all open, it was actually quite nice to be able to sit and work outside. A few stragglers left, but we're done. But now we've got to get this down there. So that's next. I think we have the queen because when I was vacuuming there was bees all over the bee vacuum. They could smell the queen inside here. So we'll check. My guess is she's here because there's no clusters of bees left in the wall. Alright, Now to get this thing down, we have tied a bunch of rope around it, and we've put a loop around the top rail here, and we've got a guide rope to pull it out so it doesn't bang on the rails along the way down. So I'm going to lift it up out of there, and I'll get someone to help me pull that white rope out that way, and then I will slowly lower it down and we'll be on the ground. So now I've got to go recruit some helpers. Alright, it's going down. Alright, that was easy. Fantastic. Alright, we are done. Got the bees on the ground. My old climbing rope came in handy. So now we'll put all the equipment away and go set these bees up in their new home. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. It was fun. And if you liked it, hit the subscribe and like button, and see you on the next one.